Free books, free leaflets, happy stuff.
About what is all guise. When you create this heaven to the earth that we see around us, the stars, the moon, the sun, when you create all of this, even these, look at the wisdom that is everything around us. When it makes sense that us as human beings, with full purpose, like the house I told you, I built a house, I furnished it. Beautiful house, yeah, I just demolished it. So easy, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, man.
You read Arabic? Yeah.
Happy stuff, read it. Yes, how are you? How are you doing, man? How's everything? What happened? How have you been?
I'm just so right.
When are you going to become Muslim? You're a Muslim? Alhamdulillah then. The last time I saw you was in Speaker's Corner, correct? In Speaker's Corner. So what's happening? Like, you know, are you Muslim? No, seriously, are you Muslim now or?
Depends on the definition.
The definition of the best definition is the definition of the Most High, without any doubt. Yes. So now, it's established that even Muhammad is a true prophet, and the Quran is the holy book. Therefore, we should accept the definition of our Creator. Because my definition and your definition will be what's subjective. Understand? My definition of the Creator will be objective. Understand? So that's why, according to the Islamic teaching, a Muslim someone who submits to the Creator and surrendered to the prophets of his time, okay, and free himself from paganism and his people.
What was the prophet of our time now?
The last prophet is Muhammad. There is no prophet after him because he came with the.
Some people say there are.
Yeah, but if we establish, Prophet Muhammad as a true prophet with a clear-cut proofs, so anything that goes against his teaching, it must be falsehood, because two absolute truth cannot go against one another. You understand? That's why people say, let me study Hinduism, let me study Islam. We say, no, we don't have to do that. Why? Because alhamdulillah, we can establish Islam is the absolute truth. Therefore, the absolute truth, anything go against it must be falsehood without any doubt.
Establishing it is the absolute truth takes time. That's the problem.
No, it depends. It's true. Sometimes it takes time, but sometimes people become clear to them in not like in one conversation. Sometimes, you know, because when you look to the teacher of Prophet Muhammad, his prophecies, and the Quran he came with, and how God aided him, and even the prophecies in the Old Testament, like for example Isaiah 42, which is so clear. You know, even the Jewish rabbis, they're still struggling to say who Isaiah was speaking about.
Time. That's the problem.
But read, of course, we have to pray to our God, the God of Abraham, the God of Moses. Because if you are sincere, bi-idhnillah, by permission of Allah, Allah will guide you.
Of course.
You know, but remember, Allah mentioned the Quran when they turn away from the truth, because if truth is clear to you, then you turn away from it, Allah will cause your heart to turn away from the truth completely. That's why we have to be very, very careful for ourselves. We have to be very scared for ourselves. Even as a Muslims, we always recite Surah Al-Fatiha, which contains Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. Oh Allah, guide us to the straight path. A person might say, but you believe Islam is a straight path. So what does it mean? It means here, oh Allah, keep us guided upon the straight path. Because no one is safe from deviation.
The problem. There's only one problem.
Oh yeah, good.
The Christians believe in certain parts of the Bible, but actually the Muslims believe more in that part of the Bible than the Christians. But they're making a mistake. And the chapter, the place I'm referring to is John 16. 7 to 13, when it talks about the comforter.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. The Muslims believe that. They believe it's Prophet Muhammad.
Yes, correct.
The Christians don't even know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
Yeah.
it is not Prophet Muhammad.
Why are you saying that? Go on.
I'm glad you asked the question.
Yeah.
So if it's not Prophet Muhammad, as I don't believe it is Prophet Muhammad,
Okay.
that means it's got to be somebody else. But the Muslims are right in believing that somebody must come.
Yeah.
Right. So they're right in that place.
Yes, yeah.
The only thing they're wrong about is that it's Prophet Muhammad. That means we've got to look for another one. And that's the problem, right? So I can show you that they're right in expecting someone to come. That is absolutely correct. Christians don't know what to do with it. They're not even looking for anyone.
Because you know the word comforter, yeah? Like what is the original word of that in the Greek language? You know, parakletos. Yeah. So somebody said it means it means the praiseworthy one. Okay.
Yes.
So the Christian's argument goes on to say, no, it refers to the Holy Spirit.
Right.
But on the other hand, they believe the Holy Spirit is God.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
But in that passage it says that it's not allowed for that person, the comforter, to speak except by the permission of God.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Correct.
He will not say nothing except what God tell him.
Correct.
And that statement or that passage goes in line with a passage which is in Surah Al-Najm, the star in the Quran. Okay? Allah mentioned that وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَى إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَى. That Muhammad does not speak on his own desires. He speaks whatever God informs him and inspires him or reveals him.
Right, that goes with that. That's
Yeah, it goes there. See what I'm saying? But me personally, I don't really focus on that. What I focus more when I speak to the Christians and that, I focus on Isaiah 42. Are you aware of Isaiah 42? There's Isaiah 42.
Yeah.
If you go to it here, look. So Isaiah 42 here, it says, "Servants coming to glorify the Lord." Yeah. This, I had a sticker. Yeah. Trust me, wallahi. Look. The stickers. I think I need to sell it to the British Museum.
Are you?
I will make a lot of money.
And you can buy 100.
I'm telling you, look. So it says here, yeah? It says, "Behold my servant,
Yes.
whom I uphold,
Yes.
my elect one,
Yes.
in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him.
Yes.
He will bring forth justice to the Gentiles."
Yes.
And we know who are the Gentiles? The non-Jews.
Yes.
Okay? So he goes on to mention many points here, but there's a few main points that I'll mention here. He says here, "Let the witness and its cities lift up their voice. The villages that Kedah inhabits. Let the inhabitants of Selah sing. Let them shout from the top of the mountain." So there's two names here is mentioned, Kedah and Selah.
Right.
So who's Kedah? We go to Genesis 25:13, and it says, 25:13 here. Okay. "And these were the names of the sons of Ishmael, by their names according to their generations. The firstborn according to the
The
first
Arabs, basically.
of Ishmael,
Yeah.
Nabiyot, then who? Kedah."
Okay.
Okay.
So
So these prophets
Yes.
who's coming to the Gentiles,
Yes.
okay, originally,
Yes.
it speaks about specific people. Selah, if you Google it, is a mountain in Saudi.
Okay.
More specific is in Medina. And historically, it is known when the Prophet Muhammad came to Medina, the people of Medina rejoiced because of his coming. You know, it's one known. So this prophecy, even our time, the rabbis, they still differ concerning who this person is referring to. Some of them goes on to extreme to say it speaks about Isaiah. It doesn't.
I can solve your problem.
Go on.
Right. I can solve your problem. This is new. What I'm about to tell you is new,
All right.
but you will know through your intuition I'm right. And
Okay,
you
go
will-
on. We see. Let us analyze.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to analyze it, as Allah said,
Yeah.
"Hatu burhanakum in kuntum sadiqin."
Yeah.
Speak, bring your evidences if
Yeah.
you are truthful.
Yeah. So sometimes it takes time for things to sink in. You know this sometimes.
Without any doubt.
Good. Right.
Sometimes the truth is heavy.
Right. So
Yeah, I see.
exactly.
Yeah.
So right now, what I'm about to tell you
Yeah.
is going to be really new, right?
Yeah.
But you will connect it if you want. If you have to the truth, you will connect it.
Let us see.
right.
Let us analyze.
Right. This Isaiah 42
Yes.
is referring to somebody called the Kidder.
Kida. Yeah, Kida.
Kida. That's who it's referring to, my friend.
No, it cannot be, because why? Let us read what really. Let the inhabitants, let the village that Kida inhabits. So not Kida, the people of Kida.
No,
Kida himself.
No, not Kida. No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not talking Kida.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about, I'm not pronouncing it properly.
Yeah.
Kidra. The green one. The one that...
Al-Khidr.
Kidr.
Al-Khidr, yes,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's who this is referring to.
It cannot be, because according to the Bible, Kida, not Khidr,
Yeah.
we're talking about Khidr,
Yeah.
Kida,
Yeah.
which is the son of Ishmael,
Yeah.
he lived in the place where the Arab lived. And historically speaking, Al-Khidr, which is referring to Al-Khidr, he never came to the sons of Ishmael and made them rejoice. He, historically speaking, from the Muslims and the non-Muslim sides, the only one who made the Arabs rejoice, which is Kida.
We don't know much about the Kidr. We don't know.
No, but I'm saying historically speaking, what established one known, what made the Arab rejoice and have civilization, as everyone knows, is the Prophet Muhammad. It is one known, what established. Like some part of history, it is one known, but it is known by necessity. You cannot deny it. No one can deny that Britain invaded Egypt. It's one known. You understand? No one can deny Europeans came to Africa. You understand? No one can deny that. It's one of a necessity. Anyone tell you, give you proof, it must be crazy. You understand?
Okay.
So what is known? Sorry for taking your time as well. What is known, historically speaking, what established the prophet that came to the people of Keda, which is in the Bible. Sometimes the son of Ishmael, sometimes are the Arabs referred to Keda. He is the Prophet Muhammad, who his lineage, he himself said, it goes back to Ishmael.
Yes. Okay. You're right. You're right. In terms of what you know so far, you're right. But there could be other information that you don't know, and I'm telling you that there is other information you don't know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you, I remember what I said to you. That's why what I always do. I always focus on establishing something. If I establish something which is a clear cut, therefore you cannot tell me there is something which I do not know. Even if I do not know it, you cannot go and guess it. If it has to be true, it has to be something which goes in line with it. If you go and guess it, it cannot be true.
No, what I'm saying is, you're referring to the Prophet Muhammad. I can see why you are. I can see why you've given the reason.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, I know something. I know somebody else who will fit that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, tell me why is a Khidr, for the sake of argument. Tell me why you think Khidr is referring to Al-Khidr here. Why? No Khidr. Why you believe is referring to Khidr? Why?
Because I know something about the Kidr.
Okay, what do you know?
Which is that this Kidr was involved with the Arabs.
Okay.
It talks about times of Moses. Met Moses. And they were supposed to, with the fish, and the fish disappeared where the two waters met. I'm going to tell you something very important now that nobody else will tell you. The two waters that met. Where is that? Nobody. They keep saying, oh, is this Atlantic against this, against that? They don't know. I'll tell you where it is.
Where is it?
It's the White Nile and the Blue Nile meeting, my friend.
Okay.
This is the Sudan. This is where it was.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's where that happened. Nobody said this, but I'm telling you that is the place.
No, I think some scholars mentioned something similar to that.
Okay, fine.
Some even say it's Morocco, because Morocco is Mediterranean and
that is the place. I'm telling you, Blue Nile, White Nile. That's where it is. So that is Egypt. That is that time of Moses. Right.
Okay.
So,
but you're wrong, because sorry to cut you, because Isaiah came after Moses. So Isaiah speaking about someone was coming after him, not someone before him. And the Kidr came before Isaiah.
Yes, but this same Kidr. Please don't take my picture.
Check it.
But you check when you get the thing in there. Check the camera.
All right, go on. So go on.
No, it's pretty easy. All
right.
This is a modeling session.
Yeah. So this kid is promising the future, and I know about this person. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I know things.
Yeah, but what is the proof for that? What is the proof for that? Like, because you said he was the time of Moses, but Isaiah is a way after Moses. Isaiah is after David and Solomon.
Yes. Isaiah is predicting the future.
That's it. That's my point.
Yes, but there are things you don't know. I know you don't know.
Yeah, but I'm saying you cannot just make claims this
Yes.
without giving me
No, we need to
tangible
study.
proofs.
No, we need to study
Tangible
together.
proofs,
No,
yeah.
we need to study together.
You have to give me
Because
tangible
what I'm
proofs.
saying is, because I know what people are saying, I'm telling you.
Because
I know,
to be honest, why I'm using these passages, because this passage was used by rabbis at the time Prophet Muhammad who accepted Islam.
Yeah.
So the rabbis who were scholar of the scriptures
Yes.
use these passages
Yes.
to prove that yes, that is referring to Prophet Muhammad. The time Prophet Muhammad,
who used it?
the likes of Ka'b al-Ahbar. Ka'b al-Ahbar, he was a rabbi.
I see.
There's other, even
see.
from the companions of Prophet Muhammad,
Okay.
use these passages
Okay.
to prove. Likewise, those who came after them, Ibn Taymiyyah from the scholars, Ibn al-Qayyim, even the Jewish rabbis who came after.
Okay.
But I will check it anyway.
Yeah, no,
We'll see.
that's one thing.
Yeah.
Another thing is John 16,
Yes.
7 to 13.
Yeah.
It tells you what this comforter will be like. For
Okay.
instance, it will lead you into all truth. You can say Prophet Muhammad did.
Yes.
I don't think so. It says it will judge. It will prove to the world
Yeah.
what its sin is, what's his righteousness.
Yeah.
Like, Prophet Muhammad can't be doing that because even he himself
Yeah.
says he doesn't know whether he's going to make heaven or not.
No, he never said that. No.
What did he say?
No. Prophet Muhammad clearly in the hadith he said, I'm going to be in paradise, Abu Bakr is going to be in paradise, Umar is going to paradise. Rather, the people that, in order for the people to enter paradise, they'll be tested if they did believe in Prophet Muhammad. If they never believed in Prophet Muhammad, I mean, after he is coming, before Moses, Jesus.
I am
So
sure-
how a man that is criteria,
Yeah.
in order for people to enter paradise has to believe in him, he's not going to go to paradise.
I'm sure there is a hadith somewhere that says
No, he said, لا أدري ما يفعل بي ولا بكم. I know which verse you're referring to. No, this verse, Prophet is addressed to Arab pagans. I don't know what happened to me, meaning in terms of this life. Maybe you're gonna overpower me one day, overpower me one day. Maybe I get sick. Maybe I got killed. Maybe something happened to me. Understand? So this is not talking about him not going to paradise. No, there's not a narration to show you Prophet Muhammad was a humble messenger of Allah when he said, everyone will enter paradise by the mercy of Allah. This is even you, Prophet Muhammad. He said, even me. You know, but the verse you're referring to when he said, لا أدري ما يفعل بي ولا بكم.
everyone will enter paradise.
By the permit, no, not those who deserves it, meaning, yeah.
Okay.
Those who deserves it,
Yes.
they will enter paradise by the mercy of Allah. However, within paradise there's levels.
Yes.
So those levels according to your actions.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. Okay. He hasn't taught. It says that passage says it will teach the world what sin is because the world doesn't know what sin is. It will teach the world what righteousness is because they don't know what righteousness is.
Prophet Muhammad did that. Prophet Muhammad said clearly, he said, whatever bring you closer to Allah, I have told you about it clearly. And whatever turn you away from Allah, from God, which is sin, I have told you already. We believe Prophet Muhammad left us upon a clear guidance. It's day like it's night. So I believe that doesn't not fit no one except Prophet Muhammad.
Okay. I think that passage doesn't fit him because if we again if
One
we look at
second.
it,
Where is the Prophet Muhammad leaflet? I think check his suitcases.
yeah.
You want one?
No, it's all right.
Sure,
Thank you. Yeah, I'm right. Thank you. Yeah. So I don't think that passage actually fits in perfectly because it says it will teach the whole world, not just Muslims, the whole world what sin is because they don't know what sin is, they don't know what righteousness is, and what else don't they know? And it says, and Jesus is talking, and it says it will lead the whole world into all truth. So I don't think that.
No, sorry to cut you there. That's not meaning here the whole world, every person in the world will accept that. No, it means his message will reach the whole world. And we know,
It says it will teach. It will teach.
It will teach, yeah. But this one, I will give it to you, is very good for. But my point here is Prophet Muhammad, after his death, alayhi salam, in a small period of time, the teaching of Prophet Muhammad reached far east, far west.
of
You understand?
course, yes.
But what I will do, because I have to read to go, we need to pick up, I need to go to the mosque. But inshallah, we are here Friday. You're from the area, you're our neighbor. You know, Friday evening, read this leaflet, and we can carry on more.
Always nice talking.
All right, nice talking as well. Take care of yourself. Have a nice evening. Help yourself. Free leaflet about Islam. Free literature. Help yourself.
You got a rebound.
Free literature about Islam. Help yourself.
No, man, you're
Free literature about Islam. Help yourself.
One for you, one for your brother. How's it, brother? You good? Everything's alright? Yeah. MashaAllah.